You must love podcasts if you're listening to this. Do you want to start your own one or you already have one? Then follow Smarter Podcasting to get expert advice from me, Niall Mackay, the podcast guy. Since 2019, we've worked with over 40 podcasters, produced over 700 episodes, and helped many podcasts get to the top of the Apple Podcast charts. And right now, I'm offering you a professional edit for just $27. Click the link in the show notes.
COVID actually opened my eyes to tell me like, bro, listen, take it easy. Now look at you. You were shut down. What can you do? You can't even manage things. You can't even control it. That is exactly how this life is. Like things you think make sense actually makes no sense. Think about all these things and you start to realize that all this hustle, all this busy, all this stress, do they actually worth it? You just don't live. Like I always tell people, don't live to work, work to live.
Welcome to another episode of a Vietnam podcast with me, your host, Niall Mackay. I came to Vietnam on a vacation 9 years ago and then came back for another 6 weeks, fell in love with the place so much that I decided to stay for one more year with my wife. 1 more year became 2, 2 became 4, and 4 became 8. I think Vietnam's an awesome place, and I started this podcast back in 2019 just as a hobby to talk to people who lived in Saigon. Then I talked to people all around the world, all connected to Vietnam. This is season 10, which is absolutely incredible to say. And for season 10, we're interviewing previous guests. My guest today was on the show not too long ago, but it feels like a lifetime ago, back in 2021. He's from Nigeria originally, and he has his own YouTube channel called Afro Viet TV. And he is one of those rare creatures who can speak Vietnamese. Welcome back to a Vietnam podcast, Nam Den.
That was an interesting introduction to one of the rare species. As if Vietnam is like a scientific something that I don't even know what to describe it as. But thank you for the introduction. Thank you for having me back on your show. It's been a minute. For the fact that I don't understand the language, it pisses me off the more because I couldn't understand what they were saying. But when I read the official expression, I understand that they were not making fun of me. Growing up, I was not privileged to have a lot of things. In fact, let me rephrase that. I didn't have anything.
It's been a minute. We had a pandemic since then.
Yeah, we've had a pandemic since then. We've had so much. I've added a whole lot of countries to my travel list, and then I've grown a little. My beards have grown a little longer though.
Little grey.
A little grey as well. Yeah, you noticed that. And my hair got a little rough, like more than the last time. So a lot of things have changed since then. But good to see you again.
Good to see you too. We've seen each other a few times since then, but it's been a minute. Like you said, you came to the 7 Million Bikes birthday party a few years ago. You came to see me do comedy at the Hard Rock Cafe, which I really appreciated. That was awesome. The last time we did an episode, I was thinking back, we were in Kim's closet, weren't we?
Exactly. Yes, we're in Kim's closet.
So we've grown since then. Back then, if you go back and listen to previous episodes, I started out with just one microphone in my front room. And then Lewis Wright would help me edit episodes. And then over time, we moved into his wife's closet. So we called the studio back then Kim's closet because Lewis had a lot of equipment and helped me with editing and whatnot. And now we're in our own studio and we're on video as well. So if you want to watch this episode, if you're not already on YouTube, go find it on YouTube and you can see this sexy man. But I do have to give you, I'm really sorry. I felt so bad when I heard the news that Arsenal finished second in the league.
Come on, get over yourself. It doesn't matter. My love for Arsenal will never wane. It's the club of my heart. So we're getting close. So don't count us out. We are getting close. We are going to knock Manchester City off the perch.
As long as somebody does. So I'm a Liverpool fan.
Yeah, I know.
But I'm also anyone but City. ABC. I cannot stand Manchester City.
But you guys shouldn't even be talking to Arsenal because you you are the top of the table the longest for the whole season, and then the way you fell off the, it's so shameless, man.
Well, let's not bore people about football chat. But what I want to know is, what have you been doing in the last 3 years since we spoke last?
Ah, mate. It's been a whirlwind though. It's been like a roller coaster kind of like vibe for me. It's been ups and downs, like you rightly said. It's been COVID since the last time, and it changed a whole lot of things for not just myself, but everyone else. So if you had 5 years plan in 2020, you are probably in a different direction. So it changed a whole lot of things for me, for my my job, my business, and so many things, and for everyone else. Travels that all the travels that I was supposed to have done before or during the COVID year, I packed all of them in one, and I've been doing a lot of traveling. But one thing I really discovered that it's inspiring me positively since the COVID is the way I've kind of like taken some time to learn to live. It's the COVID actually opened my eyes to tell me like, bro, listen, take it easy. Now look at you. You've been like crazy. Oh, I gotta get to this place. I gotta do this. I gotta achieve this. I gotta be here before this time. Before da 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 da. Da. Now you are shut down. What can you do? You can't even manage things. You can't even control it. That is exactly how this life is. Like things you think make sense actually makes no sense. Like I usually tell everyone, like we only got a bit. Like you are alive for like 80 years, 90 years max. You are old, sickly if you get to 90. So if you are 30, you are one third there. What have you done with that 30? If you are getting to 40, 45, you are like halfway there. Seriously, like you should think about all these things, and you start to realize that all this hustle, all this busy, all this stress, do they actually worth it? You just don't leave. You're just spending more time. Like I always tell people, don't walk, don't live to work, work to live. So it's something that I learned. I read a lot of books during the year, during the COVID time. So it changed a whole lot of things, my perspective about life. It changed it a lot, and I appreciate that. I appreciate life more. And you look at me, I look younger. I look like 15 years younger from the last time we met. And that's coming to appreciate, learn, and treat myself better. That I deserve more, that I'm giving myself. So all the things that used to stress me out, I cut them off. All the things that brings me, I mean, sadness and sorrow, I was like, F with them. I'm done with them. I can't keep living like that. So if there's one thing I received, the most beautiful gift from that COVID time was this one thing, to appreciate myself more. So I'm very, very happy about that. But business wise, my business is growing. And most importantly, my YouTube channel has actually been growing since then, but not um as much as I would have wanted, but partly because it's like a kid. If you don't feed your kid properly,
What an analogy! If you don't feed, most people would say like you don't feed a plant properly or something. Like if you don't feed your kid properly, they will die.
that no, they won't die. They won't die, but you still they will grow. They will become stale, and they will look malnourished. So that's exactly my YouTube channel is like my kid. Yeah, it's malnourished. So I haven't been filming as consistently as I had been doing before the COVID. And partly because the COVID took a lot of things away. Your incomes, your means of income, your businesses, everything went downhill. So you got to figure out another way to survive. You got to get extra jobs. You got to devise new means of working to and more money to support yourself and your family and your loved ones. So I thought about it. Making YouTube videos in Vietnam is not the same as making them in the US or in other countries. So the revenue is just it's making YouTube video here like we do is it's just a platform for us and it's a passion for me, you know. So wasn't making a lot of money from it. So I just leave it the way it is as a passion for me. So I make YouTube videos. I still make YouTube videos, but not often as I would want. And I went back to take some extra postgraduate courses as well. So even I still have one more course that I have to finish. I have the final exam, I think, this September or something. So I need to get that over. And once I'm over with that exam, I'm gonna probably go back to making consistent YouTube videos. So my YouTube videos has been active, but I make videos like once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks just to keep my channel going. And a lot of my fans actually got mad. They got really pissed, like, bro, if you don't want to make YouTube video, just shut it down. Yeah, a lot of people some actually unsubscribed from my channel.
Did you notice subscribers going down?
No, a lot. The thing is, because I still get like new fans watching my videos. So if 5,000 subscribers unsubscribed from my channel, I get like 6,000 more. So it balances out. So it keeps my channel in the same level that you won't even notice that it's not growing, it's not going down. So if people are unsubscribing, I'm getting new fans that are subscribing to maintain the same followers that I've always had. So, but the ones I'm telling you that it's a little funny. Like there were some that were hardcore fans that I've had to interact with, and during the time I was like having this recession from YouTube, so they got a little pissed and they actually unsubscribed first time, and then I publish a video again, they subscribe again, and then after 2 weeks I didn't publish. Hey, now you're pissing me off now. If you don't want to make the video, stop. And then they unsubscribe. I didn't even, because I get a lot of fan mails and Instagram messages and all these comments, so I don't really respond to all of them. But then there's this particular one. He unsubscribed. No, she unsubscribed. I didn't notice that she unsubscribed, as she would rightly know. And then she had to come back to my Instagram, unfollowed me on Instagram, and then sent me this long message to let me know that now I've loved you for a long time, but I just unsubscribed from your YouTube channel, and I am unfollowing your Instagram. Not because I don't like you anymore, but I don't like the way you're making your content anymore. You're not as consistent. I used to come back from work looking to watch your videos so I could relax. But now you just make everything a mess. I don't like it. So I'm unsubscribing until I see you are serious with this. I had to respond. Because for someone to take this time to unsubscribe from YouTube and then from your Instagram, from all your pages, they must have really felt hurt by my actions. By my actions. So I had to apologize. I said, listen, I've noticed your name has been very consistent. She comments on all my videos. She's like one of those that if I cough, she will watch it. She will listen to it. She's just a very loyal fan. So I call them friends though. So after I responded, I was like, I appreciate your support over the years, but just like I haven't explained to all the people that follow me the reason why I've been in and out of videos recently. For one, I have a business to run. Two, I'm a teacher. I teach. I have an extra work. 3, I make a lot of TV shows now. Sometimes I make 2, 3 TV shows in a week. So you can imagine sometimes I'm in Hanoi on Tuesday, and then on Saturday I'm in Da Nang, and then on Monday I'm in Dalat or Kanto or just all over the place making videos for either a TV station or a massive YouTube channel, or trying to, I feature in so many other productions as well that are not mine at the moment. So how do I even cope?
I wanted to share with you about one of my favorite affiliate partners, and that is Fiverr. I've been using Fiverr for years for everything from ordering YouTube thumbnails to keyword research, writing podcast articles, even to Canva designs and thumbnails and more. So whether you're a budding entrepreneur, a podcaster, or anyone in between, Fiverr has got you covered. It really is the go-to platform if you want to find freelancers offering a massive range of services to help you on any project. Maybe you need a stunning new logo or just a short animation. Whatever you need, you can find it on Fiverr. What I love the most is how easy Fiverr makes it to connect with talented freelancers from around the world, all at prices that will fit whatever your budget is. Plus, with Fiverr's secure payment system, you can trust that your transactions are safe and secure. No dodgy people you meet on Facebook groups that disappear with your money and never give you what you want. What, that's only happened to me? As an affiliate partner, I will get a small commission if you use the link and at no extra cost to you. As an affiliate partner, I will get a small commission if you click my link and you buy something, all at no extra cost to you. And best of all, you will be directly supporting the making of this podcast that you're listening to for free, but it is not free to make. So why wait? Head over to somewhere that you've probably never been before. It's called the show notes. So whatever app you're listening in, if it's Spotify or Apple Podcasts or anything at all, head to the show notes, click on my special link, and then you can browse thousands of gigs ready to help you with your next project. And it takes so long just to make one video, right? Like,
It's so long to make one video.
we went to India recently, and so I made a video of our trip just for ourselves, like a holiday video. I put it on my personal YouTube channel. I have 5 followers in like one video. I didn't do it to my personal YouTube channel. I have 5 followers in like one video. I didn't do it to get watched on YouTube. Like I just did it to share with friends and family. One of those ones, probably like, we ask people I remember being younger, like my uncle would come back from holiday and he would literally have like a slideshow, like what were those like little photos called, and then project them on the wall. I'm probably like that annoying person. It's like, hey, look at my holiday video. But my point is that the first 30 seconds of that video took me 3 hours to make.
Hello, this is the Taj Mahal Hotel, the Archgate of Mumbai. Those are totally wrong names. We'll look them up later. I'll let you know it. Where are we at?
We're at Crawford Market, biggest wholesale market in India. I don't know that. And because I was doing it for fun, so it was one Sunday afternoon, not doing it for money, not doing it for work, just doing it for fun. And I'd be working away, making it, doing all the transitions and all this stuff. And then I looked at the time and I looked at how much I'd done of this video, and I was like, I've done 30 seconds in 3 hours. And people I didn't realize that. People watching don't realize that. So for you to put out videos every
10,
week.
12 minutes, 15 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes, sometimes 30 minutes video. And guess what? That's not even the difficult part. The editing is even the easier part. The subtitles.
Oh, did you do the subtitles in Vietnamese?
Sometimes I do both actually. Both I do in Vietnamese and in English, both of them, because I have fans from different countries, and sometimes I make videos in English. My Vietnamese fans, they get upset. They say, you're in Vietnam, you make video in Vietnam. Now we watch you because we see you speak Vietnamese. If I make videos in Vietnamese, the foreign fans will be like, bruh, the Vietnamese fans already, they know you are Vietnam. So we need to understand what you're doing. So So I have to balance it. Sometimes I make videos, and I like to be myself. I don't like to do things because people said I have to do it. So sometimes I make videos, I speak English, Vietnamese, all the languages I know, French, whatever. I just speak and have fun with my videos. And then when we get back to the studio to edit them, that's when I realize how much damage I've done to myself. But then there's a problem. The entrance to my homestay is locked.
A few moments later.
Because you have to always switch the editing every time. So recently I got like some like editing not subtitle captioning apps. So if I'm speaking only in English, it's easy. It's only write them out and then I'll just have to convert them to Vietnamese by myself, maybe by words or by Google or whatever. But if I was mixing up it's impossible. So it now drags me back. I have to edit them word by word by word.
So do you know what is really impossible is for a transcription program to transcribe a Scottish accent?
Oh.
So if you're watching this on YouTube right now, or even now Spotify, Apple Podcasts, they all add automatic transcriptions. Go look at the transcription when I'm talking and see how accurate it is. I have quite a soft Scottish accent. Like people don't think I do, but it's not thick. I've not lived there for 20 years. Had to write something recently for a website, and it said, "Tell us something most people don't know about you." I had to think, and I was like, "Oh, most people don't realize I used to have the thickest Scottish accent. Like when I went to university, people told me I had the strongest Glaswegian accent. And if you've ever met anyone from Glasgow, that is a strong accent." And then I left, went to America, learned to speak slowly. Now I live in Vietnam. The last time I was home in Scotland, I said, this guy was like, "Why are you talking to me like I'm an idiot?" And I was like, "I'm not." And he's like, "Why are you talking so slowly?" Because I'm so used to speaking slowly and properly, you know? But yeah, so when I transcribe episodes or when I'm speaking and then the program I use to edit automatically transcribes it, some of the words, it just cannot pick up what I'm saying. And the funny thing is, so my business is called 7 Million Bikes, BIKES. The transcription every single time says bakes, BAKES.
Oh,
7 million bakes every time. I'm like, how do you not know that? I don't know how to say it any differently. Bikes. That sounds like bike to me. But apparently
7 million bikes.
That sounds like the way I'm saying it. But the transcription every time, 7 million bakes.
I can understand from the transcription software.
You agree with the transcription software?
Sometimes when you say it sounds like bakes, like 7 million bakes.
I can hear it now when you put my accent on. Yeah. But another thing I learned, either maybe from you or from someone else, is you were talking about the money that you make. When your video is viewed in Vietnam, you get, I think it's 1/7 of the amount if it was viewed in the US. Is that right?
Yeah, or even less.
Even less. So it's much more difficult.
1/10. Yeah. So it's much more difficult to survive by YouTube payment, except you're making videos every freaking day. Yeah, a lot of my friends that are Vietnamese YouTubers, and even I filmed one recently, I think last week. So I asked him, he was like, "Bro, he got like this, how many 100,000 subscribers, and I make videos every day." I say, "Oh, well, good luck to you. You know why? You can make videos every day. You don't have to do nothing. You just sit down, eat your food, and speak all three in Vietnamese, and you'll finish, upload straight. You could even publish 2 or 3 in a day, no problem." I can't do that because I have to edit the videos. The videos, people already know my transition, my color grading. Though I don't have to do too much of that. Lately, I can edit one video in one day, but then the subtitles take the whole week. So that's where I get problem. The subtitles kill me. Sometimes I even had to like outsource the editing to an editor, and then they will edit and then send back to me when I ask them to do the subtitles.
No, so what happened with me, really, really similar. I was working with a client because we make podcasts now for people in Vietnam and all around the world. And they're a non-native speaker. So the transcription that I use is a program called Descript. So anytime, I mean, I'm a native speaker and it still can get me that anytime there's a non-native speaker, there's a few things that it doesn't pick up accurately, and that's fine. There's a little mistranslation or whatnot. And I hadn't offered transcription services. It transcribes it automatically. It helps with the editing process. And then they were like, oh, can you fix the transcription? And I was like, oh, no. Well, I can, but you have to pay extra for it because that's going to take me like hours, or it's going to take my team hours to fix the transcription. So in the end, they had to do it themselves, which I felt bad about. But I was like, it's an extra service. It's not so simple to just fix the transcription.
For me, if I like the easiest videos, that's why you see most of my recent videos, I made them in English. Then it's so much easier for me. So when I make them in English, the transcription are very crisp. It just maybe one or two mistakes were here and there. So the Vietnamese now becomes easier. But then when I'm making videos in both languages, it's the craziest, most difficult videos to make. But then if I'm making videos, that was why I had to go back and start like getting better to practice my internet. Even though I know my Vietnamese was already good, but not great. So I had to go back and relearn the pronunciation so that when I'm speaking in Vietnamese, the Vietnamese transcription software does not misunderstand them. And I recently, the video I edited or I transcribed is a whole lot better when I used the Vietnamese. I was even surprised that, my Vietnamese has gotten that good that even Google can understand perfectly without any mistakes like what I said. Yeah.
If you're wondering why is it so amazing and special that Nam speaks Vietnamese and then I've been here almost as long and I don't, I want to give an example, okay? Because I used to do this when I was on stage, and I think we may have done this on the last episode, and I haven't performed comedy now for well over a year, so I forget a lot of stuff, but this came back to me recently, and I had somebody do it. So translate this sentence. I'll give you the English sentence, if you can remember it, and then do it in Vietnamese.
Nam.
There was a man called Nam laying in bed with 5 mushrooms for 5 years.
Yeah, we did it exactly the same thing. It's just the same nam. You just have to change the accents only, and then it's if I remember correctly, I think I missed one the last time. There's a man, but if I translate it the way you said it, it wouldn't rhyme like you want it to rhyme. So, but I understand what you. So the man named Nam. What else?
A man called Nam laying in bed, holding 5 mushrooms for 5 years.
Nam nan. Nam.
This is why I don't speak Vietnamese. So one word, 3 letters, and it has, I think, 7 different meanings depending on the accent.
That's exactly how crazy Vietnamese is.
And I already have an accent, so I don't even understand. Like, I inflect stuff, things go up, down all the time. So this is my excuse. Like, I haven't really tried to learn Vietnamese, but it is my excuse why it's so difficult and why it's so impressive that someone like yourself can speak it so well done. Now, I do have another question for you before we wrap up. I remember I asked you this question the last time, and I felt like it hurt your soul a little bit when I asked you this question. I'm scared to ask again because I haven't checked. Do you have a blue tick yet on Facebook?
I think there was a time where I wanted to do the blue tick on my brand on my personal Facebook page. So because one of my friends actually he made a mistake. He actually got the blue tick on his personal Facebook page instead of his brand page. So I actually initially went with my personal Facebook page, and they were almost that we were going through the series of questions. Then my friend got that and said, bro, if it's easy, please do it on your official brand YouTube, because that's your brand. That's what you want to put out there. Your personal Facebook page, do you really want to tick that? I think it would have been good, but I haven't got anywhere to answer your question. I haven't been verified yet, both on my TikTok and Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. I understand my YouTube is like 77,000 or something. So I know 20,000 more. I think if I get to 100,000, it will be easier to verify my YouTube channel. But then my Facebook and this thing, because all the requirements I've met, the newspaper publications and all the interviews and all the TVs, I've done so many shows that you don't even need to question if it was me or not. So I don't know their reasons. Sometimes, people say they pay. Like in other countries, you pay, you get it in a week.
Right. Well, now on Twitter, you can just pay and you get it
Immediately.
Immediately. Yeah.
I don't know. The thing is, if I wanted to go that route, I would have got verified a long time ago. But I asked myself, why the hell would I have to do that? Why would I have to pay?
It sounds like a lot of excuses you're making for not having the blue dot. I'm kidding. No, of course I'm not. I got like 10%, 1% of the followers that you have now. I'm not even close. So I'm just making fun of you. Like, I'm not even anywhere close to it.
I know, but I mean, like I only tried it one time and I submitted. I haven't even checked, except now you asked me, I'll have to go back and check if maybe they sent me a mail and required something or requested for something that I haven't submitted yet. I'll go back and check it again because I just submitted it recently.
There we go. All right. So go check out Namden on Facebook. Check out if he's got the blue dot. Go on his Facebook, his YouTube channel, TikTok, everything. Have you got anything else to share that you've done since we last spoke 3 years ago? But make sure you search for Mr. Namden, Afro Viet TV, all of that stuff so you can follow him. Make sure that if you do enjoy this video, please share it with somebody else so we can build this channel as well. Make sure you follow, subscribe, turn on the notifications, do all that amazing stuff. Mr. Namden, thank you so much for joining me again.
Thank you so much. And one more thing, I think recently I saw so many things. You've done an amazing job. The people you've trained, the lives you've changed with your podcasts. That's one thing that I said, whenever I meet you again, I'm going to tell you how proud I am. And I'm so happy to be your friend, that I could know that you've actually changed a lot of people's lives by teaching, your coaching. It just started in Kim's closet, as you said. I remember the day I came there, it was just a tiny little closet, and then we had to. So you didn't even. I remember I advised you to start filming your podcast. Because that day I was the one that filmed it and published it.
You filmed it?
I filmed it and published it on my YouTube channel.
That's what you did, yeah, I forgot
and
about that.
It got almost 100,000 views actually.
Wow.
Yeah, people, yeah.
I never even checked.
Yeah.
I think I checked just after you published it. And then,
I published the first interview. I edited it and published them and published it on my YouTube channel. And that was the only video we have of the interview. Then I said, you should be filming the podcast, and it doesn't matter if you publish it or not, but just keep it like on the archives. Yeah.
Awesome. So, thank you so much. That means a lot. Thank you so much.
I'm so happy the progress you've made, and I'm super duper happy. I'm like this happy sibling for you, man.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
And finally, I wish you luck.
All right, let's see.
Let's see.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're like me, you may use your laptop at places where you have to use public Wi-Fi. This opens you up to digital snoopers. It's a massive problem. It can be your internet service provider, or you know who, looking at what you do online, or a cyber criminal trying to steal your bank passwords or credit card info, or even a hacker at the next table trying to steal your sensitive data. These days, it is vital that you keep your data safe. NordVPN keeps all of these snoopers away. It makes your internet activity private, protects you from accessing dangerous websites that are phishing for your data, and lets you enjoy your favorite content securely, even while away from home. And it's easy to use, even I could use it. I've actually been using NordVPN for years now here in Vietnam, and I'm excited to be an affiliate partner with them. I've used NordVPN to watch Netflix, BBC, Disney Plus with ease. And I also know that my information and data are safe from prying eyes, whoever they may be. Join now and you'll get 68% off and 3 months free when you go to my link, nordvpn.com/SMB. Just again, for those hard of hearing, nordvpn.com/SMB. The link is also in the show notes. I know nobody checks them out, but go check that out and you can get the link from wherever you are listening to this podcast. As an affiliate partner, it also means that I will get a small commission when you sign up, but at no extra cost to you. So not only will you be getting a great deal through 7 Million Bikes, you get a great VPN and you'll be supporting 7 Million Bikes podcast. Stay safe online and enjoy the shows you love. Any questions, just let me know. You know how to get in touch with me. And thanks for listening to this show. Cheers.